What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another full self-driving beta video. We are here testing out Pedestrian Square. This is a spot I like to go to sometimes to test the car's interactions with pedestrians, either walking in front of us or just off to the sides of the road, because sometimes that can throw the car off. We are on the campus of the University of Michigan. It's lunchtime, lots of people usually walking around this. You get lots of, people just crossing wherever they want, at the stop signs, at the crosswalks. And the car is usually very cautious around people, sometimes a little too much. So we're gonna go around the square a couple times and see how it does. And then we will probably do a little more driving into some other areas to keep testing. So really nice stop and kind of preemptive movement through that stop sign there. So very nice. And this has actually changed. It didn't used to navigate to exactly that location, but once we're good here, we'll put in the next one. And yeah, so the car still has that old nav. There we go. So keep going. All right, cool. So we're gonna, no, don't turn around. Sorry, okay, getting my bearings here. So awesome, we're gonna go through here and test these pedestrian interactions. And I do wanna say a huge thank you to Trade Coffee for sponsoring this video. It's a coffee subscription service that I and my wife use that we really love. And they are giving, whoa, look at that. Oh, that was cool. It saw that guy, but then saw that he wasn't gonna cross. You can use my link, trade.com/dirtytesla, to save $30 on your order. And you can even see like some of my wife and I's favorite coffees. One of my favorite flavors, Airship, kind of reminded me of Starship. It's a really good coffee, but of course that's what it's called. It's so funny. But yeah, you can use the link drinktrade.com/dirtytesla to save $30. They make it easy and convenient to either find new coffee or just have your coffee arrive right on time. I mean, for us, it's like perfectly arrives like when we need it, and I do mean need. So one more time, drinktrade.com/dirtytesla. Thank you so much to Trade for sponsoring this video, and huge thank you to them for kind of being open with the format in which, so slowing down for that bike, in the format in which I kind of talk about the brand, because it's a little nicer for it to be, during the action, and I think you guys would appreciate that a little more. So let me know what you think, but definitely try it out. So going on to the stop sign here, and this one the car usually gets pretty confused because there's a stop sign to the right, but it's like really far back, and it just kind of gets tripped up by that sometimes, but nobody's there this time. Oh, don't go right. No, don't do it. Oh, okay. Wow, weird correction. And are we gonna wait for this person? No. I think that was actually the right choice. So kind of a weird, I think me switching the destination kind of screwed it up, but beyond that, that was actually pretty decent. So let's keep going here and find some actual pedestrian interactions. It's most busy kind of over in that corner. But yeah, let me skip ahead to where we get some of that going on. All right, so coming up to this left, and this is always a tricky one. Ooh, some kind of hard braking. I think it just thought this truck was a little too close to us. That was actually not a big deal because they were pretty close into our lane. So it's hard to see right and left. We have a bus coming from the left, and I really can't see to the right because there's a hill in my way. Really nice creeping, feels really natural and human-like, and then it's clear, so it does move forward. Yeah, the bus kind of blocks the view to the right for a second there. The car waits. That's really good. I mean, that's some really good stuff when it does all that appropriately. So I got to keep changing routes here, so we keep going around the square. We have guy on skateboard, which we're braking for. Very nice. The braking was actually really smooth. Now this continuing sometimes takes a little too long, but that braking was actually really smooth, really natural. It wasn't a really hard brake, and of course the opposite of that, we didn't go flying towards him, which would be really scary for both of us. The car did a really good job handling that guy on a skateboard. So not typical pedestrian, but still, of course, need to yield to them. So it didn't care as much about that bus coming close like it did for the truck. So here we go. This is kind of more what I'm looking for. Lots of pedestrians at this intersection. And the car used to make a really hard brake, like right about here, before it got to the line when there were pedestrians in front of us. It doesn't seem to do that anymore, which is really nice. So a normal, good brake there, and we're gonna take the initiative here. Are we? Okay, some negotiate. Wow. Okay, don't drive into the bus, just wait a second. All right, come on. Wow, okay, you know what? No, go. What are you doing? What is this? Okay, I gotta push the accelerator just to get out of the way. It looked like it actually had the graphic up for the median, like it was thinking it was pausing at a median or something. That was really weird. I've not ever seen that at that intersection before. And then waiting at this crosswalk. Okay. There's a lot going on at that intersection. I liked how aggressive it was moving towards that bus, but it was a little too much. And then of course, once it was clear and our turn to go, then the car didn't proceed. Like, that's when you're like, no, now it's time. And in old beta versions, maybe 6+ months ago, that was like the norm. It would just be so like scared to move through an intersection, even when absolutely no one was around. Happy to report that's not typical anymore, but as you can see, it still happens sometimes. Of course, I'd rather have that than the opposite, but yeah, we need the driving to be perfect all the time, 100%, if we want an actual self-driving car. So let's skip ahead again. All right, so I did change the route ahead of time this time for us so we wouldn't have any confusion. That was my fault. So we'll make our complete stop like we always do. It does say 1 mile per hour. I get a lot of comments about that. Tesla, well, Elon, I think when he was talking to Tesla owners of Silicon Valley, talking to John, he did explain that that's a complete stop, but you have to kind of overestimate your speed according to NHTSA, so you'll usually see 1 mile per hour there. If it is a complete stop, it's just barely. So we have this guy coming from the right, and again, the car does a good job. Like, we should not have stopped for him. There's plenty of time for us to move through, and then he can go behind us. So you like to see that. All right, back to our difficult left here. And we have a pedestrian, excuse me, in front of us. Nice, gentle braking, completely normal, exactly what we want. Creeping, this hill to the right blocks us a bit. Now I can see that there's nobody. We are good to go. So I'm surprised we have not. There we go. So a few seconds delay, but really not bad. That was fine. So again, right here is, I don't know if I've said this yet, a speed bump, which the car usually responds to. So we're going 25, and yeah, that time it didn't care at all. It's so weird that in the same location, it responded to it earlier in this video, like today, that with my driving, that the same speed bump on the same day, it will sometimes respond to it and sometimes not. I guess that's what you get with vision and neural nets and not using mapping for that kind of data. Luckily, it's a pretty broad one, so not a big deal to go faster over it. All right, now we're clear. Let's see if it messes up this time. So we do have one other person to interact with, and they super rolled that, and we technically got here first. It was about the same time, but that time the car handled it well. So I guess there was just too much, and now we need to, of course, wait. Lots of pedestrians. So I would, yeah, okay. I wouldn't even be moving anymore. No, this is fine. This is actually really good. Wow, look at that screen. I love it. I love to see it. Oh, I got to change my destination too. Beautiful handling of that, and just the graphics of all of those people going by. We have one more person. She used the crosswalk, no one else did. And car is fine with that. It handles that beautifully. So kind of same situation here. This guy is in our lane, and you can see where the car's going to stop. How the dark blue goes away. That was handled perfectly. I mean, obviously we couldn't pass, and then it became available, so the car more made a decision of like, I'm going to go around this guy. So love how that's handled. This pedestrian was blue for a second there. So handled no problem. Man. This used to be like insane at this time. And now it's kind of slowed down just a little bit, but there you go. I mean, these are left turns. I do it around this direction, so we do all lefts on purpose, so it's a little harder. And it's handling it pretty well. I mean, last time I did this, I think it was also really good, but I definitely had one takeover where I had to hit the brake because somebody was in front of us. I always say the car probably would have stopped, but it was too close. I wasn't gonna wait for it. All right, we got this left one more time. Do have a pedestrian coming from the right, so I would probably stop and wait for them. Yeah, so they're in blue, but the car is like gonna go. Yeah, so it's waiting for him. Cool. It's just so awkward for me. Just gotta wait. But it made a good decision there. We have a cyclist coming from the left. Let me expand that. There you go. And it sees them. Did make a little move there, which I thought was strange. And we got cars from the left. So doing a decent job waiting. I wouldn't say it's a great job, but it's doing all right. So creeping is good here. After this car, we can go. And look at this kind of preempt. I love this preemptive move up and then go. And then you don't do it. Okay. not terrible, not terrible. Yeah, I love that kind of preemptive move up when it's about to be timed. So this guy, slow in for him. Very nice, very nice. It's just smooth. It's just smooth. Like, it's doing the right thing, and it's doing it nicely. Not only doing the right thing, but doing it in a good way, not a harsh braking. So this pedestrian, let's see, are they on the display? They're not yet. Not yet. There they are. So they are on the display with plenty of time, especially at these speeds. So let's go over to here, and then I'll have it take us to downtown, just for a little bit more kind of pedestrian testing in a different scenario. Because this was actually handled really well. The speed bump was not, but the focus of the video, the pedestrian stuff was good. Left. So that left was actually screwed up for a little bit there, where the car seemed like it couldn't even do it at all. I don't know what was going on, but now it seems to do well. Waiting for that pedestrian, and then this weird, I'm gonna actually report this because why are we stopping here? It's not the worst decision. Again, I'd rather have it do that than go when somebody's there, but it's very strange. So we have the cyclist up on the right, and okay, we just started to slow down. I was like thinking, that's a little fast. I'd go a little slower than that. Pedestrian we wait for. So I think I would just kind of, yeah, there you go. Okay, you're going to pass her? All right. Yeah, she has plenty of room there. Yeah, she didn't even look at us, so obviously we were not too close for her comfort. And the car actually handled that really well. I actually like it. You just always, kind of like want to make sure you do the right safe thing. Here we go. So getting here about the same time. They're turning left, and okay, nice initiative there. I think that was the right decision. I think we technically got there first, but you just never know how much they're going to roll it and all that. All right, let me put us into the downtown. Oh, not charging. What? Oh, pay attention to the road. I'm trying to put direct. I'm looking. What are you doing? I'm not even looking now. I'm not looking at the screen now. So we're going to go to Hopcat. That takes us to the really congested part. So here's somebody crossing the street right here. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. Obviously, the situation was handled well. I just think I would have slowed a little sooner than that. Not even because it was unsafe what the car was doing, but I do that to kind of telegraph my moves to the people around me to say, I see you, I'm slowing down, no worries. Stopping, person to our left. Wow, look at that. I love how it's moving through before they're through the intersection. That is what a human does, and that's how the other people, if there are other people at stop signs, know you're going to do your job and go when it's your turn. So we need to see a lot more of that. I would not call that common, but it's really nice to see it happening at all because that never used to be a thing. All right, let's see if we can just like fast forward into downtown here with nothing for me to comment on because it's going to do such a good job. Let's do it. All right, this is a tough left. I realized my GoPro at some point, it wants to do it. My GoPro at some point turned off, but we should be good now. At least I have the roof cam going for you. Hopefully it captured most of the pedestrian stuff, but yeah, sweet. So that left used to, a long time ago, this is a bumpy run, used to not be able to be done at all. The car could not do it, and now it can, as you saw. So wow, this is fast. It is the speed limit. I don't think I would go this fast, but we'll allow it. Beta's doing a nice job here on this bumpy road. All right, sweet. Yeah. I haven't done anything yet, so I didn't want to comment till we got to where we were going, just to fast forward the whole way there, but I wanted to jump in and say that the GoPro died at some point. But yeah, now I just had to turn it back on. I don't know what happened, but here we go. All right, that was my bad. I shouldn't have changed the destination. I changed it and messed the car up, so let me put it back to where it was. I was just trying to get us to go straight through this area because it's a little bit tougher, but this will be fine. All right, so I turned off the nav because I want to go straight through here. And this road was closed for a bit, and I think the car still thinks that it's closed, so it's trying to go around it. But like, I want to go, maybe it is closed. I'm messing up, but we'll see. I'm just trying to get us through a tough part here. All right, so this is exactly what I wanted. This is a little more congested. And, you're gonna stop for that yellow? There you go. A little late on the stop there, but it got it. No, don't go now. All right, cool. Yeah, a little late on that stop, but this is the part I wanted because there's more action here. It looks like all of this is opened up again. A few weeks ago we tried this and it was really, really, really congested, but let's have it do this loop a little bit and we'll see how it does with the pedestrians around this. Ooh, a plaid with the pedestrians around this area. All right, so people walking in front of us, when we have the green, obviously the car does not go, waits for them to finish up, and then moves through the green. So we get to hang out with this Plaid here. 0 to 60 on that thing is like half of what mine is, which is less than half, which is just crazy. So this part usually has lots of people crossing the street. This is what I wanted, and then we'll loop back to Hopcat from here. I don't know exactly. I don't know. This is a little different than what I normally do, so I'm not sure, but I want to see, these different areas. I also hope everyone is enjoying the foliage. I know that's fun for people that aren't, around parts that have that. So, okay, yeah, that's what we'll do. Cool. This looks good. Yeah, so you can see the crosswalk up there can be really tough to navigate because it can just be full of people, and the car is so timid it'll never push its way through there. So no one's behind us for now. Let's hope nobody gets behind us and I can just leave it. Or it can just have nobody at it when it's our turn. So the car is very cautious here. That's interesting. That's interesting. Nobody's behind us and nobody's crossing. Oh, so the car decides to go through. I'm not sure why it would do that. And then here's something that always screws up and still screwing up. I will report it, for the 20th time. We're in the left turn lane. It is weird. You do need to move over to go straight, but yeah, the car screwed that up a lot. And we were last here, so I don't know. It looks like the car is still going to go straight. And I'll allow it. I hate to tell you. Yeah, go ahead. All right. I'll just allow it to screw that up. Already reported. Yeah, very strange. So pedestrian to the left. I actually did not see that person to the left because of the A-pillar here was in my way. I saw the guy to the right taking a picture, and I thought the car was stopping for him. But it ended up being the right decision. That's happening a lot more now, where I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? And it's like, oh, I'm glad you did that. So again, another crossing here. Beautiful braking. I mean, I can't emphasize that enough. The pedestrian braking used to just be so harsh. And, I was glad it was stopping, but it was like, this is, you got to chill out here. And now it feels so much better. Clear. Now, this is now our problem. We need to, go. We got somebody to the left. He's not... You can see him on the screen. He waited because he saw that I was, kind of moving through. And then as he entered, as we were past the crosswalk, the car began to stop again for him. So, kind of goofy stuff there. Again, erring on the side of safety. I'm happy with that, but just a little weird. It sees the cyclist, it sees the open door, it sees the car on the other side of the road. All very good. So it's waiting. Moving around that person. Good. Good. Tiny bit awkward, but I don't care. It's a robot. Who really cares about that? It's gonna want to turn right here, I think. I need my 2/3 back. So this is gonna be interesting. I wonder hopefully it just waits. Yeah, it looks like they're in blue, kind of half blue. Wow, that was weird. Never seen that before. So yeah, it did a good job waiting. Making the right here. Sweet. Okay, that was handled pretty well. And then are we gonna get our weird stopping here? I'm not sure. So yeah, that's I wasn't sure what to do. The car stopped for him, but in the crosswalk. So we'll report that one too. And whenever those things are happening, just so you guys know, my foot is on the brake. It's literally touching the brake. And I actually did a drive with my wife, you'll see soon, where the car let off the brake, and because my foot was on the brake, it actually turned beta off because the brake pedal moved into my foot because it was releasing the brake. So that's kind of where I'm at in those situations. All right, and we're about to be here, so we have to wait for... Yeah, see, it's downtown, you get those interactions like that. And wow, really nicely taking its turn. Oh, no, now it's going to wait because of the pedestrians. So the person to our right they could have taken that if they wanted, and then... Oh, go, please, it's so weird. Okay, that's actually really good. That was good. Oh, no, don't stop here. No, stop it. All right. Destination's coming up. All right, let's do that one more time. I don't know how it's going to take us here. I hate to tell you. It's probably not going to be the way I want. We'll go to this one, actually. And, okay, loaded. I'm looking at the road, waiting for it to load. Oh, taking the right. Yes, please. Awesome. No. I'm just gonna make it. I'm just gonna do this myself. All right. So moving through here again. Pretty good. Displaying all the cones. Pretty smooth in all those aspects. So that's good. And of course, we're at the busy crosswalk and nobody's crossing it. Like, come on, man. What if I stop here? I'm gonna let these people go. There, just so we have something at this crosswalk. There we go. So I got two, one from the left. And there we go. All right, cool. Let me put in one more and we can wrap it up. All right, so thoughts overall, pedestrian handling is really good. Hey, what is this? Are you changing your route based off of this sign? Yes, please. I mean, I can't guarantee that's why it did it, but it showed the blockage on there and then made a right when the nav was saying to go straight there when I first put it in. So love to see that. But yeah, so the point of this video, the pedestrian handling, I think was excellent, excellent, excellent. Not only were we stopping for everyone like the car has, been doing for a long time, but the stopping was very smooth. The acceleration was pretty good. Our biggest problem now is sometimes after the people are out of the way, you got to get going. So like right now we have a person to our left. I just try not to look at them. So they're going behind us. A person to our left who was standing there waiting, and the car also was waiting for them. Now, of course, we had people here, but the car could have proceeded at that point. Yeah, that cyclist was coming at us fast, and it waited. So that was interesting because he was on the sidewalk over there, and he was coming straight at us real fast, and the car basically waited for him. So we're just way too cautious here. I'm just going to push it through because a lot of people are staring at me. I'm good. I've had enough awkwardness for today. So yeah, the car is just really cautious. And in these downtown scenarios, sometimes that's what it takes. It's just a lot of this slow kind of like, yeah, let's maneuver if you want to be safe. Now, some people are just jerks and go flying through, which I saw even today. But a robot should not be doing that, and it handled that pretty well. So let's get this left turn in here because it's a pretty tough one. And then, yeah, that'll be good. All right, so left turn. I just realized the GoPro's off again, so sorry if the audio is not the best, but it is what it is. So wow, creeping out here. I am surprised to see that because now we're blocking the crosswalk. Waving just to say sorry, basically. And we have lots of traffic coming from both sides, so, I mean, the car can't do anything anyway. After this Jeep, we're good to go. And this is where I want that preemptive, like, let's go. Do it. No, now we got someone crossing over there. All right, this is the one after this guy. Okay, good. Love that. I love to see take off like that. Oh. And he was not at a crosswalk, so if he would have committed to that, the car would have stopped for him. But he backed off, gave us a wave. The car completely handled that. So that was really good. All right, well, I hope this was a good one for you. Let me know any questions you have down below. I'd love to answer those. And you will see me and Full Self-Driving Beta in the next video.